In this tutorial, I'm going to use the 3D effects to make text look a little more interesting than it would normally be. I've already got a document set up. My first two layers are locked. I've just got a background, some ducky wallpaper that I made, and I'm going to use my type tool on my 3D text layer. I always set up different layers when I'm working with different elements of a document just so things don't get confusing. So I'm just going to draw out a text box and type the word ducks. And I'm going to choose a different font. One that's a little heavier than I would normally use. If I can't make the lettering as big as I would like to, I can either enter a number in here, like I don't know, if I decide 200 point is awesome, I can just enter it in here. Maybe 200 point isn't big enough, maybe I need it to be 225. I can use the up and down arrows to adjust the size of the type. I can also enter numbers in here, choose like I said, the default list only goes up to 72 point, and that kind of wasn't doing it for me. So I'm going to settle on 230 point text. I'm going to center this within my text box and change the color of the text to a vibrant green. That does not look so vibrant. Ew. To a vibrant green. If it's hard to see, I can always change the color back to anything else once I get going. So once I've got, I don't have my text selected, I just have the text box selected that I've selected with the select tool. So I'm going to go to the effects menu, choose 3D and extrude and bevel. Once the extrude and bevel panel pops open, if I have preview selected, it's going to show me whatever I've applied to the text. I can set different bevels if I choose to. I've got a lot of different choices in here. Some of them look okay, and some look kind of, why the heck would I do that? But you can probably find uses for all of them. Oh, that's kind of fun. That's like totally rubber ducky. Or I can choose like rounded, which also looks very rubber ducky to me too. I can use the little square in the position window to push that into place, or I can use the little angle sliders up here. I can also bump up the perspective and wind up with spinning beach ball of death, and use that to change the way things look. Well, that's definitely not what I want to do. Command Z to undo anything that you don't want to do. Or not, if it doesn't behave. So if I find myself with the computer not behaving, starting back at square one, okay, do it again. That's how you learn things. So I'm going to select preview. I'm going to choose the rounded bevel and probably settle on that because that looks okay and I don't want any more spinning beach ball of death. So I also have choices up here where I have different selections of rotation that I can choose if I want to. I think I'm going to settle with what I have, but lots of different choices here that are fun to play with since I can't do undo, then we're just going to click OK for now. If I want to make that look like it's popping even more, I can put a drop shadow on it. Also, again, I'll select preview, and I can change the blur and increase it if I think it isn't working the way it is. I can also change the Y offset to determine where my drop shadow falls. That looks good to me, so I think I'm done, and I'm going to click OK. Basic 3D text.